suggestion of a leg yield, even though there's nowhere to leg yield. But even going down the long side, you should still feel the softness under your inner leg that you feel during the leg yield.
Yes.
So
I feel like the last, two times I did it,
yeah.
really felt a world of difference.
Exactly.
It felt rounder and lighter almost.
Exactly. Because his balance was better. You know, the horse doesn't know what the destination is. The horse doesn't know that he's supposed to put his head down. He doesn't know that he's supposed to stay soft from his inner leg into a half hulking outside rein. He only knows what you tell him. And the moment you don't tell him, he goes back to his default setting, which every horse does, and that's on the forehand, head to the outside, and laying on the inside shoulder. So, you know, if you say, well, how many times am I going to have to tell him to stay balanced off my inside leg and put his shoulders up to the outside rein instead of dumping on his inside shoulder every time he goes around the corner? As frequently as it takes to keep him out of his default setting. The trick is if you tell him frequently enough, you just have to suggest it. You don't have to pick on him about it. But that's why we use something obvious like the leg yield exercise to get him thinking that thought, so that you can then take that thought and use it in other situations. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick him up and put him back onto the contact. And when you pick up the contact, again, evaluate what was his reaction. Did he speed up? Did he slow down? Did he twist his hips off to the side? Did he grab one rein or the other? And, you know, you have to then put your house in order again. Exactly. And when you've got your house in order, that's when you ask for a transition to the trot. And that will give you the best chance of starting off in a good trot. Good. Take a little half halt and say, hey, don't lose your balance. You see there, you're riding him forward, but you actually pushed him a tiny bit over his balance, and he had the camera step to catch up. Change the rein on the diagonal again. As you go across the diagonal, now you're thinking to yourself, I want to have a leg yield feeling from my right leg to my left rein. So by the time you get to the corner, you've got his shoulders up to that outside rein with your inside leg. Right. Good job. Little half halt. He's just poking his nose just a hair because he gets a little tough on the left rein. There you go. There you go. Exactly. And so now you can see how you can keep the horse round even on a straight line. Because with their body, you make their body, you ride a little bit of a feeling of a bending line, or another way to think about it, you keep the horse circle ready as he goes down the long side. Because if I say to you, Sarah, make a circle now, what would you do? You would make sure the horse is soft to the inside leg and his shoulders were up to the outside rein, and then you'd start your circle. That's right. All right, so now that we have that concept as we're going large, now the next challenge is, can we do it as we change direction? Can we put him from one inside leg to the outside rein to the other inside leg and outside rein? So ride a serpentine, 3 loops, the width of the arena. And focus on the straight part of across the center of putting his shoulders up to the new outside rein. Yes, ma'am. Again, putting his shoulders up to the new outside rein. All right, well done. Now do a 4-loop serpentine. So your first time you cross the center line is just before right away. The other one takes a little more preparation. That's right. Good boy. Right rein. A little touch more feeling on the right rein. Just to keep him round. There you go. See what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the outside rein that determines the length of the horse's neck and watch the speed. It got just